Hey guys, it's Danny here, back again with another update, another video about the progress. So today we do going to have a look at the Jagdpanthers. So this is a Jagdpanther Ausf G from M.A.N. As you can see, it comes in a regular size box. You do have all the color codes information on the side, and also they do give you a little bit of a history about the tank and also a little bit of an information about the kit and the size and so on. So let's have a look inside. So I have started to build one of these, but before we get on to that one, I thought I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a review so you can see what's actually inside the box. So it is pretty simple. It is a pretty easy kit to build, to be honest. It does comes with the instructions. You also get some of these papers, which does gives you a little bit of information about background story, birth, sharp teeth, so on and so on. And yeah, so it's just gonna gives you a little bit of a background so you can have an understanding how they developed it, where did they use it, what's the development consist, how did they go from G1 to G2, what's the difference, and so on. So yeah, it comes in multiple language, as you can see. I don't know what languages, maybe Korean or Chinese or who knows, but yeah, also in Russian. I think there's like Cyrillic letters over here. So yeah, it comes in quite a few languages, so everybody can have a look and an understanding about the tank and about the history of it. So yeah, that's what it is. So this is how the instructions looks like. It is all right. It does not print it on a very good quality paper. It's quite a shiny one. It's very soft. Instructions, I would say, guys, it is mediocre. The drawing is pretty mediocre, and quite a lot of time all the instructions and all the drawings, it's upside down. So I'm not quite understand what's the reason they did it like this, but you know, I don't know. See again, so why do they have to show it that everything is upside down? So you have to kind of like flip everything or like keep constantly hold the tank upside down while you're building it. It just doesn't make sense to me, but anyway, it is what it is. That's how they design it. It comes with quite a lot of photo etch parts, which I didn't really find necessary in some places. You know, I mean, they could have molded out of plastic. I just built a Panther from rifled models. An example, this side little skirt or this holder, which is gonna hold the side armor. This is all photo etch and it's all been breaking down into pieces. When in a rifled model, it was one plastic piece. It would just make things so much easier. However, well, I guess that's how they want it. And yeah, there is lots of photo etch parts. I don't think it's necessary to take all these, most of these photo etch parts could have been molded out with plastic just to makes it easier, so we don't have to mess around with the super glue. So yeah, so this is about the instructions. Like I said, it's quite straightforward. I think it's only consists of, what is it, 38 steps to complete the kit. So it's not really difficult. Again, it's probably an afternoon project, or maybe it would take 2 days just because of all the photo etch parts and messing around and bending them and so on. So yeah, the extra thing what comes with it, and I don't think any other kits does provide it to you, is this little crane on the top. So that is a cool thing to have if you wanna, you know, present your tank like that. Then it's nice, because I looked around and I don't think any other kits of Jagdpanther G2 kits from other brands like Riffield, or I don't even know which other brands are making it, but I don't think other brands do provide you this little crane. So that is a positive, and that is an extra thing if you want to use it, as you can see here on the front picture. So the kit, basically, it is 6 sprues. So it's 1, 2, it's nicely molded. I don't want to go through one by one and bore you with this one. I'm sure you guys can find many reviews online, but it's just an overview of the kit. So yeah, it's nicely molded. There's really nothing wrong with it. The details are nice, so I couldn't find any, you know, problem while I was building it. I think it's really nice. They do give you different options for the little cover for the barrel, and yeah, so they do provide to you, but like I said, it's six sprues only, so it's very simple to put together. I would say, you know, it is good for beginners or even like an intermediate modeler. You know, it's a nice, easy afternoon project. And this is the new bits that they put in. I think on the G1, these ones are not there. So some of these parts are the changes, what the Germans made during the development. So some of these parts wasn't present on the G1 version. So this is a new sprue in the box. And yeah, you get the little crane separately, so that's an extra little thing. You have a little bit of clear parts for the periscopes and stuff. So yeah, the crane is pretty cool. These are the photo etch one. Like I said, see all those little metal things which is gonna hold the side skirt. It's all been made out of parts, and all of them has to be bent. You also get a little bit of a metal cable, which is again is not the best quality, and it's kind of thin as well compared to the rifle Panther that I just built before. These are the side armors that you get for it, which is pretty cool. You can just like put it on the side. And as decals, they don't give you any decals besides these small ones that you see here. So this is the decals that you get, and you also get a little bit of a chain. I don't know, where is it? Oh, there you go. So you get a little chain for it as well. That's for the crane. So yeah, and here is the one that shocked me. So this is the tracks. So for the tracks, you have to assemble. Well, where is the instruction? Let me just grab it for you. Just bear with me a second. I don't know where did I put it. So as you can see, for the tracks and for these little side extra track links, which is on both sides, the total number of pieces for the left side and the right side and the extra links on both sides, you have to assemble 558 pieces for the tracks. Yeah, you heard it right. That's 558 pieces. I'm sorry to say, but it's absolutely ridiculous. So as you can see, the track links are separate, and then those little two teeth, which is coming out from the middle, that's separate as well. So that's why it's 558 pieces. So I think it's absolutely shocking. It is a nightmare. I have put it together. It took me 6 hours. 6 hours to put it together, which is, I think it's quite a lot of time out of your life, you know. So I don't think, you know, of 6 hours you can have done many other things besides building a track for a tank, which is absolutely awful. So yeah, so this is how the kit looks like. I mean, it's quite simple, quite straightforward. It is a good kit. Well, it is all right. You know, if you are looking for, you know, for a budget model to build, then I would say, yeah, it's okay. I looked around the internet, and the current price goes for about, I think it's 33 or 34 pounds. So it is not so expensive. That's probably about $45 or so. So, you know, it is not really an expensive kit. I think everybody can afford it. If you are a beginner modeler, don't want to spend that much money, then this is an ideal model for you. You know, as quality wise, as I mentioned, it's okay, you know, but the tracks are absolutely shocking. So I have put the tracks together. Like I said, it took me 6 hours, but I decided not to use them because I find them absolutely awful. So I let you make a decision for yourself if you want to buy this tank, or when you're going to buy it, then is this something that you want to use or not. So the reason I don't like it, because it is you can't really bend it. So by the time you put it together, it's 6 hours gonna gone, and then the glue is gonna kind of like set very well, unless you are doing it in parts and then you painting the different parts separately and then you assemble it that way. But again, I mean, it's 6 hours, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, and the biggest problem is, like, when you try to put it on the tank, it doesn't really bend, or even if it bends, there is no glue which is gonna hold you this much. So it doesn't bend. It's got quite a big force which is pushing it back. So I tried with a super glue. Even a super glue didn't really stick to it, or it stayed in a way that I wanted. And another thing, in some places you wanna bend it, and instead of bend, it breaks, as you can see. So it is an absolute nightmare. So imagine I wasted 6 hours of my life building this one, and when I get to the point that I want to put it on, it just falls apart. As you can see, I got like many pieces in here, and it just keeps falling apart. It's an absolute nightmare. So this is probably the biggest downside of all of the M.A.N kits that I can highlight. So that's when the thing comes in that, you know, do you wanna is it okay for 33 pound and then you're gonna struggle with this one, or should you look for a more expensive model which is probably gonna give you a little bit of an easier solution to get things sorted? So because I wasn't happy with that tracks, I decided that I'm gonna buy tracks for it from a Riffield model, because I worked with the previous Panther I built, the Ausf G from Riffield, and the tracks were just like so simple to put together. Like they give you like a little jig where you can like lay all the track links down, and then just a little pin goes on from either side, and you can put 5 pin at once into it. So it took me about 25 minutes to put the 2 tracks together for the Riffield. This one took me 6 hours. So as you can see the difference. So yeah, so these are the track links. Obviously I have 8 Panthers home, so I ordered 5 for the regular Panthers and I ordered 3 for the 3 Jagdpanthers I have. So each of these workable track links cost about $15, about, I would say it's about 11 pound from China. Obviously, if you're buying it in the UK, if you're buying it in a model shop, then it's more expensive. So again, look around. I'm sure you can find easy and better ways to, you know, to save some money on these models. However, like I said, it cost about 11 pounds. That's how much I paid for it. That's the cheapest I found. I'll find it on AliExpress, by the way. So if anybody looking for it or want to buy things, then AliExpress is the place where you can really buy cheap things. Obviously, it comes from China. The only downside of it, it's gonna take about 3-4 weeks to get here. But yeah, it's worth it. I mean, I rather wait 3 weeks and then have a 25 minutes, you know, assembly, and then the model is completed with the tracks, than build this one for 6 hours. So yeah, so that's not really suitable. So yeah, I'm waiting for these ones. It's gonna take 3-4 weeks until it's get here. But anyway, I'm not in a hurry. So, but I rather, you know, want to save some energy and time and headache, and I rather wait. So yeah, so order these ones. So like I mentioned, it's about 11 pound, which is about $15. So you're gonna make a decision again. See, so you buy a M.A.N for, let's say, 35 pound, and then you're gonna spend another 11 pound on the tracks just to save yourself a headache. That's a total of about 46 pound. So for 46 pound, you can actually go and buy the Riffield Jagdpanther. So it is the same. It's gonna comes up the same money, and then you're not gonna have a headache, you know. So the only thing is the Riffield Jagdpanthers, they give you the workable track links, but it doesn't come with the crane. So if you need the crane, go with the M.A.N kit. That's my opinion. If you don't need a crane and you want to have an easy assembly and no hustle with the tracks, then go with the Riffield model, and you're gonna end up the same and end up spending the same money, because if you buy the M.A.N, you need the tracks, because that's a headache. So yeah, so this is about the kit. This is what I'm waiting for at the moment. So I had to put this Jagdpanther build on pause for a little bit until the tracks arrives. However, I did assemble one of them. So as I mentioned to you guys previously, that I am going to, you know, building these Jagdpanthers, and I managed to get this conversion kit from M.A.N, which is a traveling hull for the G2. Again, these are very expensive if it's sold by M.A.N. You know, in the model shops, they are selling it for less than this. 60 pound is the price. I think 60 pound is about $80, which is an absolutely ridiculous price for it. So, you know, does it worth that much? Do you want to pay for one single piece of resin for 60 pound? I mean, it is nice, you know, don't get me wrong, it is nice, the tarp and everything, and it does helps you with the build. So many steps actually you can skip with the instruction, because you basically replacing this. So it does help, it does speed up the process with the build. However, 60 pound is quite expensive. Again, you know, you can get it for cheaper. Go to visit AliExpress and you can get it for probably, I would say about 15 pound maybe, you know, that's like $20. So for $20, I would say it's okay. You know, that's the money that I'm willing to spend for a little conversion kit. But, you know, £60 or $80. That's just way too expensive. I think it just doesn't worth as much in my eyes. I don't know about you. I mean, it's nice you're getting all these little covered up muzzles and an extra muzzle cover if you want, and the barrel covered. So yeah, so this is the conversion kit. This was the main reason that I have purchased these M.A.N kits. Well, I was lucky I managed to come by these M.A.N Jagdpanthers for about 20 quid a piece, so it wasn't £20 a piece, so it wasn't really expensive for me, plus a little conversion for 15, so it was worth it. That is the main reason I chose it. So here is how it looks. I don't know how much you guys can see. So this is the assembled one. So as you can see, I replaced the top hole with this one. So this is the one basically has been replaced, the original, and obviously the barrel and everything. So as you can see, there's no tracks. I stopped the building of this model because of the tracks are an absolute nightmare. So yeah, the tarp is nice, a little bit of a dry brushing on top. Maybe I go through with a wash went through with a wash, like a brown blue wash from AK, just to give a little bit of a shade, and then a light gray dry brushing just to get out the little wrinkles, make it more visible, but I don't think the lights kind of give it back to you, so it's not really the best way to look at it. But anyway, so yeah, so it is nice. I mean, it's good. The only problem I had when I was building it is as you can see, so you cut this part out here, and this back panel, it should basically just slide in. However, this back panel, it was bigger, so I had to sand off from each side to be able to slide it in. So it was quite difficult to convert from the regular to this one. Again, if I would have paid £60 for this, then I would be really upset, because it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work to make this happen. But yeah, in the end I managed it. So yeah, here it is. Here is completed. As I mentioned for you guys before, these tanks will be, came out from the factory, and they will be on the tank. They will be delivered to the front. So all of the tanks from the factory came out in dark yellow in the end of the war, and the paint has been sent to the units, and obviously the units painted the numbers and the insignias and all the camouflage pattern according where they are serving, on which area of the war they are, on the Eastern Front or Normandy or so on and so on. So yeah, so all the tanks came out dark yellow. That's why I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm not gonna do any camouflage, because this is a factory brand new tank going to the front. Also, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna use any like chipping or anything. These are new tanks, they don't need any heavy weathering or anything. These are new tanks going to the front. So yeah, so this is where we are at. Like I said, I have 3 of these, so I still have to build 2 more. However, I'm kind of thinking just to keep the variety. I don't want to build same, to have 3 tanks looks exactly the same with exactly the same folding on the tarp on the top. So I was thinking to maybe do one, just a regular, no tarp, just a regular M.A.N model, build it up, and maybe use the covered barrel. And then I'm gonna do the third one. I'm gonna build it up. I'm gonna use the crane on the third one, and instead of having the full barrel covered, I'm just gonna have the muzzle covered. So yeah, these are the idea, just to keep it different, so it's not all the 3 tanks gonna look exactly the same. Also, I have all these little side skirt here, side armor that you can put on. So again, maybe I'm gonna put it on this one. I'm not gonna put it on the other one, just to keep it different. So this is kind of gives you a little bit of a dark visual because of the tarp. So maybe the side armor is gonna look good on it. However, the other ones, which is gonna be fully dark yellow, maybe I'm not gonna put the side armor on, just so you can see the tracks and the wheels and the black. So it will be like a little bit of a different color variation a mixture of colors instead of everything being dark yellow and covered up fully with the side armors. So yeah, so this is where we are at now with the tank. I want to show you guys a cool thing that I find. So I don't know about you guys, but every time I'm building a tank, I'm painting the tank wheels, and I get to the building and I'm painting the tank wheels, I'm always find it extremely like time consuming and difficult to really go around the where the rubber is. And obviously you have to leave a very like a little rim for where the wheel is, and it's like a very just very tiny of a rim here around, and it's very difficult to paint that little rim into dark yellow or any color that you choose, because it's not really been raised up so much. So when you put your brush next to it, it's kind of jumps in, so you gotta go keep back and forth and then sorting out those mistakes that you made. So I find it very time consuming, and it's I find it difficult to paint these wheels. So I said to myself that I want to look around, let's see if there's anything I can find which could help me speed up the process again to paint these wheels as quick as possible. And I came across the company, which is called Quick Wheels. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. So this is it. It's Quick Wheels. This is what they do, Quick Wheel, and their website is quickwheelstore.com. So this is probably the best invention since sliced bread, be honest. I mean, if you're a modeler, then you must have one of these at home. So I came across, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, all right, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be not? But I have to tell you, this is golden. So you guys must have one of these. If you guys, and this company is, this Quick Wheel, they do selling it for all kind of tanks. So obviously, if you're building Panthers, then again, for each Panther, this is for a M.A.N Panther TS035. However, I used it for the Jagdpanther, which is again, it's a different number of a kit, but the wheels are the same size. So I don't know about other kits, but I know this company is selling a different one for a Tacom one. So maybe the Tacom wheels are a little bit bigger. So maybe all the manufacturers are not exactly the same. So this is why this company selling it specifically for different models. Like I said, as you can see, this is QV203, and this is for the M.A.N TS035 model. So yeah, it is absolutely brilliant. It does gives you a little bit of an instruction how this work, what you need to do. So the process is you paint your wheels first with the rubber color, and then you put them into this mask, and then you're painting the body color in the end. As you can see, it's advanced technology for painting rubber tires. And like I said, guys, this is golden. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a demonstration, but first, before we do that, I'm gonna show you what's inside here. So yeah, it's nothing, no instructions or anything. This is what you're gonna receive. As you can see, I have used it. It's all dark yellow, but when you receive it, it's like nice blue like this. So yeah, you get all this. This is for every wheels of the Panther. However, some wheels I couldn't figure out what are those, but yeah. So anyway, it is all for the Panther. And I mentioned they do make these masks for many other tanks as well. So if you're building any like a Tiger ones or Panzers, or even they make it for like a Hanomag or anything. So there's many on the website. Have a look around, guys. There is a lot, and I think it cost me $11. So it's probably about, I don't know, £9 maybe. That's how much I paid for it. But I mean, like I said, it is the best invention since sliced bread, the way I see it. So yeah, and the way it works, you basically just take your wheels. As the Panther wheels are different. So the inner wheels and the outer wheels have a different size of the rubber on it. So obviously the wheels that's inside, as you can see, there is less rubber, and the rim is just much bigger. So it does allow you to basically just put the wheels in, if I find the right place for it. Yeah, so these ones goes for these ones. See, so you just put them in there, and then the other ones goes in the other one. So, and it does. This is how it works. So it just makes things so simple, and it stays in it, so it doesn't fall out. So you don't have to be here on the back and holding it. You just literally just like leave it like this, and it doesn't come out of it. So yeah, and you just put it in, paint everything in black. And let me just do you guys a little bit of a demonstration so you have an idea how this works. So I went ahead and I painted just 2 wheels, just so you guys can see it, how it works. I painted 2 wheels black. I didn't pay attention to, you know, to anything to make it nice or anything. Just go quickly, went around it. And then once you come and then you put them in their place. And as you can see, the parts that you have to paint, that's the only part that's gonna be visible. So the black parts, the rubber parts will be fully covered. So then you're just gonna take your airbrush. You're just gonna take your airbrush, and then you just go, and then you just basically paint it. Paint the whole thing without worrying or anything. And then once it's painted, you have to like pop it out straight away, otherwise it's might gonna like stuck in your mask, so you don't want to do that. Even the instructions said that you should take it out. And then once it's done, and you take it out, and voila, there you go. Wheels are done. And it took literally 30 seconds. And then once you did that, then there you go. See? So that little rim around. You see, you guys? So obviously, once you put it in into the mask, unfortunately, because it's so tight, sometimes it takes the black off the rubber one, as you can see the little dot over there. So you just have to correct that. But I mean, look at it. It's absolutely brilliant. And once it's dried, then basically you just repeat the process from the other side. So it literally takes, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes max to paint all your wheels for your tank, which is, I think it's super good, and it does really help. So I wish it would be like, you know, you can use this for all kind of tanks, but unfortunately all tanks wheels are different. So yeah, you gotta buy one for each of the tanks that you usually build. But I mean, it is really, really, really helpful, and it does an amazing job. I mean, yeah, a little bit of a correction there, but like I said, once you put it in, it's very tight, so it does takes the paint off a little bit. But yeah, see, so that's it. And this is how easy it is become to paint wheels on a tank. So this company is very good. I highly recommend it to all of you guys, and I thought that this is a really cool thing. Maybe some of you don't know, so I thought I didn't know this exists, and someone directed me towards this company, and I said, yeah, I'll go for it. It's not expensive, and if it's gonna save me time, then it's well worth it, and I can use it forever. You only gotta buy it once, and yeah, you can have it forever. Anytime I'm gonna build a Panther, I don't have to worry about the wheels because I already have this here. So yeah, so this is about the wheels. This is what I find. So another thing I want to show you guys is I did talk to you guys about the tent previously for the platform wagons. So I really wanted the tent to be camouflaged, but I admit it, I'm very bad at painting camouflage. I never really attempted because I always screw it up and it just doesn't really look the way as I want it. So it's always just the paints get built up. So no, it's not really nice, especially when you're working on a tent. All the little things should be very small. So yeah, so I was like, I'm always looking at the easy way out. How can I speed up the process and then help myself not to struggle? So yeah, I looked through the net and I was like, oh, there must be some decals somewhere what you can use. And I did come across Padding House decals. They are the only one who makes decals for tents, which is absolutely brilliant. So the number is, I don't know if you can see it, so it's Padding House 3034. So this is the number of this decal if you guys want to buy it. It comes with two well, one sheet basically with two colors. So this is how long it is. I just cut this off, unfortunately, but yeah, so this is how long it is, and you get two of them. So you get another color and this one. So this tent is what I did is I divided to four sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see it, and then I just cut triangles out of it. So I just cut them in half, like in diagonal, and then I was able to, sorry about this, and I was cutting like triangles like that, and then another triangle here, another triangle there, and I was keep going around. And guys, the result is absolutely amazing. So this is how it looks. I love it. Like, I mean, I would have never been able to do anything like this by hand, so there is no chance. But yeah, and the decals quality are just so good that it does, without any kind of decal softener, it does fit into the crevices. So yeah, so this is how I'm gonna do the tents. See, so this is one color and this is another color. So this is a little bit of a darker greenish. This is more of like a sandish. So from one sheet of decal, you can actually cover two tents, which is pretty cool. Well, they're not really cheap, be honest, but I mean, it's cost about, I think it's on eBay, I found for £13, which is again about what, $15, maybe $16. But again, I saved so much time for myself. This took me about 10 minutes to put this decals on to this tent, and I just used a little bit of like a matte varnish from AK. This is the best varnish I ever used. This is really turned things to matte, because as you can see, the original decals are kind of very shiny. So if you put a little bit of a matte varnish on it, it does takes the shine away. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna use for the tents. As you see, one of them has already been completed, and then I got another one for another color, and I have to buy another sheet just to have all the three tents completed. And because I had to stop building the Jagdpanther because I was waiting for the tracks to arrive. Actually, I kept myself busy, and I did completed all of the platform wagons. So the 3 platform wagons are ready now, and now I just need the 3 Jagdpanther on top. So as you can see, I just want to show you guys, this is how it is going to look like. So things are really nicely coming together. I don't know how much you can see it or how much I can tilt it. This is not the best way to make videos, isn't it? But here we go. So yeah, this is how it's gonna look like. I think it's pretty cool. It's getting there slowly. But yeah, so the next project will be the completion of the next 2 Jagdpanthers, and hopefully by the time I have built them up, then the tracks will arrive as well. So yeah, so here we go. This is the 3 kits I have completed in past week or 10 days. I don't know when was the last video. And today I received the decals for the tent, so that's get completed as well. And I didn't do the second tent just so I can show to you guys. So yeah, obviously there's a little bit of work needs more on the tank, but like I said, it's not completed. This is just an ongoing project currently. So yeah, so these are the models I have done in the past 10 days. And also I managed to source another 2 kit for the project. So one of them, here we go, it's arrived, the big train. So I got the train arrived. So once all the Jagdpanthers completed, the next one will be the locomotive. So I can crack on with that one as well. So this is one of them I managed to get. And also, here we go, sorry. And I also did get one of the Panthers with interior as well. So I only need 3 more interior Panthers. So that's gonna be the ones that needs to be sourced in the next couple of months or so. So yeah, so these are the new kits arrived, and I also, these arrived as well. So these are these M.A.N kits. Again, guys, again, it's 60 pound. I think it's 50, 54 or 59, something like this. This is how much the price. Again, $80. That's how much M.A.N selling it for. But again, if you go to AliExpress, then, you know, you can get it for way less. I mean, it's really nice. So as you can see, the tarp and everything on it. So looks pretty once it will be assembled. So all the barrels and everything once it will be in place. So it is a nice addition again. So, but it's only, they said it's only good for the Panther D version. So this goes with this one. So this is why I purchased these M.A.N kits, because of the extra conversion kits for it. So yeah, so this arrived as well. I have 3 of these. However, I was thinking it would be good to have more of these barrels and the muzzle cover, and then obviously for the other one, the Jagdpanther. So because I'm probably not going to use these ones, so I'm probably gonna sell it on eBay or something, because I don't need it. So I'm gonna sell them. However, I need the covers, so the barrel covered with the tarp. So what I'm gonna do in the next video, I am going to show you guys how do I cast things, and how do I make duplicates of some things that I want to use more of them. So the next video will be about casting, with resin. So hope you guys will enjoy, and hope you guys, if you're interested, then just please tune in. And that will be all for today. So I want to thank you so much for you guys. Also, thanks again for the lot of people has subscribed for the channel. So thank you so much for following. I appreciate the support very much. And I hope you guys find these videos entertaining, interesting, and useful for yourself. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to know where to find these kits in AliExpress, then just drop me a message either on Facebook, or just message me here on YouTube, and I'm more than happy to guide you in the right direction where you can get these kits for cheap, and you don't have to pay this horrendous amount of price. Like I said, this is goes 60 pound. This is, I think, 35 pound, and this is again 60 pound by M.A.N. These kits worth that much? Definitely not. They definitely don't worth that much. But like I said, I can show you where you can get them cheaper if you want it. All right, so that would be all for me today, guys. I thank you so much again, and have a lovely day to you all. Ciao, guys. Bye-bye.